Okay. So, so you did the research.
Sure.
So you made a decision first. You made a commitment.
Made a commitment.
You
Very
knew you had your why. Your why was, hey, listen, I'm moving towards setting up some type of financial freedom.
Financial freedom.
Right. So that was your motivation. That was your why.
More importantly for me is, you know, I value time more than money. So for me, it was like, I want my time. You know, if I think, for me, if you think about it in that stratosphere, money's going to come. But for me, since I can remember, time is more valuable than money. So for me, that was my motivation. Money's going to come, but my why was freedom financially and just time-wise.
Okay. All right. So you had your why.
Mm-hmm.
You made a decision, a commitment, and you did your research.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when you did your research, at what point did you find out that it was a valuable industry to be in for you?
Because it's something that, like in Andre's school, it's recession proof. Speaking about notary specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
People always need notarization. And believe it or not, people can't always leave the house to go get there. Can't always leave a nursing home to go get there. So no matter what, is something that is needed. It's something that's not going to go away. So at that point, that's when I knew it was a niche.
Okay. All right. So, and for you guys in the chat room, for people that keep coming through, there's a reason why I keep reiterating the process. Made a decision. He had a thought. He had an intention he put forward. He had his why. He did his research. He found out through his research that it's recession proof. And then here's something that's key. Not only did you research, but you got educated. You keep saying Andre's school, Andre's school. So you actually made a commitment and invested into getting an education.
Yes.
That way you can have all the information possible for you to be successful. This is important because many people don't really invest in education into the business that they say they want to be in. They may have a talent for it.
Right.
But they don't really invest in the education to find out all the little innuendos and things that they might not be exposed to, and they might not know existed in that process. So speak a little bit about why you said, you know what, I'm going to invest into this.
Right.
And was it worth it?
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. You have to invest. Like, you can't say, like you said, want to do something and then want something for nothing, right? Mm-hmm. You have to put out to, you know, you get what you put out, right? So at the end of the day, when I saw it, it was a good investment. It's paid for itself time and time over already. You know, speaking of its prices, it's not expensive at all. So it's like, if I want to do it, I want to do it the right way. I don't want to go through hoops and try and find out or try and skate my way through and make so many mistakes when I get all the information I can from Andre's school, right? And so that, to me, it made perfect sense to go through that and get the knowledge instead of, you know, pretty much going nowhere fast on a treadmill, right? Just get on the track with the school.
All right. So what are the people in here asked if he was a signing service, and if you can see the screen right now, you can see his website.
Yep. My website.
Yeah, there's the website, Atlanta Mobile Notary. So you can see the brother's website here. And brother, talk to us a little bit about the website and what you can do on your website. And
so this is
hold on, before we even do that.
Yeah.
Before we even do that,
all right.
Because I build and design websites. I have a media company, I Stand Media Group. Before we even do that, talk about the process of getting the website up. Because a lot of people, man, struggle in this process. They go through the whole thing of the free websites, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I mean? I am slightly biased because I am a designer and we believe in quality. But I understand not everybody ready for that coming out the gate.
I do.
I do. But give us a little bit insight on your process in getting your mobile site up and ready. Did you understand what your website had to have in it, so that way you could make sure that it offered what your clients needed effectively? Did you understand responsive website comparative to web view website? Did you understand that there is a specific function and psychology behind the website that makes sure that people get where they need to be, so that way you won't lose clientele. Did all this information, did you have this before you decided to go ahead and get your website up, or what? Talk about that.
I didn't have it all. So what I did was, again, I researched other notary websites in different states, right? I saw the crappy ones, in my opinion, which were crappy. I saw the mid-road ones, and I saw the ones that are really good, right? And I took from that, what did each one offer? Even if it was crappy, did it still have everything? Or if it was expensive or very good looking, did it still offer everything? So for me, I researched every other website, and I say, listen, if I'm looking for a notary, would I want to come to this page? Would it keep me on the page, right? And did it look professional? So to your point, you know, everybody may not be ready out the gate for this, but like I said, if I'm in, I'm all in. So, you know, Andre gave me a good recommendation to a lady who makes websites. I gave her kind of what I wanted, a professional feel, and it's very important. To your point of psychology, you know, you can't go to a ranking day website, somebody will just click right off of it. They want something that looks professional because they want, you know, professional services. So when you look at, you know, colors are important, right? Clarity of pictures are important. Your logo is important. Simplicity is also important, right? So on this first page, as you have it, I just had somebody, you see, you can put your information in there. What do you need? The date you need it, name, your email, and that goes right to my personal email. And I can just call them right back. So that's easy. Or if you pull this up on a mobile site, that call now, people just call it right now, click that right up, right? So it's very easy to use as well. So you can just send an email, you can call, you can pay beforehand. It has everything as far as the services that I offer as well. So for me, it was simplicity, a professional feel, and not a herky-jerky feel. That was very important to me. And like clarity of colors and brightness, right? So it's personally, it's something you really don't want to skimp on. I think if you want a website, there are websites out there you can do it yourself for free. But honestly, I wouldn't do it. I don't, you know, just being biased because I have this website as well, and I've also seen websites like that as well of really bad ones. So I'm biased, just like you are as well. But don't skip on certain things, and the website is one thing not to skimp on.
Right. And you know, and this is very important, folk, because we're living in a digital age where, you know, websites, they are important. Can you get by without one? You know, absolutely, if you're out there in them streets hitting it. But and you're getting that word of mouth. I'm be honest with you, me building websites, my website is constantly under maintenance because I'm constantly updating it, constantly. So there's a lot of times, man. Matter of fact, even as we speak, I'm upgrading istandmediagroup.com. So you'll always see, like, you'll see a landing page, but within that landing page, of course, making sure that you can get contact with individuals. But when you get that website up, you know, you have it right. You have your call to action right here, right on your hero shot. Call us now. It's a call that you don't have to look for it. You know, you have your services, your online payment, your order of closing. So everything's right there. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to search and look for it. Right here, you got your contact box, right smack dead right there on the front page. So this page is done, this website is done very well. It's very clear. Great images. Folks, when you do your website, make sure that you have clear and crisp images on your site. It'll kill the whole mood of your site whenever you was messing around with your iPhone 3.
Don't do it.
Took some pictures and you just slapping them up there. Listen, investment is important in your business. If you don't invest in your own business, nobody else will.
Exactly.
If you don't invest in your business, nobody else will. So this is important. Make sure that you are at least investing your efforts, your time, and your money into the one thing that you want other people to invest in as well. That's the third tip. Very important. Oftentimes we hear people complain about not using, you know, the people that they know, not supporting them, and people not supporting the business. And oftentimes that's because, let's be honest, they don't really see you investing in your business. They don't really see you putting in the effort into your own business. So the key is you're trying to get other people to invest in your business more than you are. And me being a media company, and I get people that come and they lack that willingness to invest, I say, listen, if I do it for free, I own your business now.
Yeah.
Because I'm now investing in your business more than you are. I own your business. So let's talk percentages now. Let's talk percentages. So a key, logo, very important. Logo, precise to the point. Your logo should show what it is that you do, should give off a certain feeling, the whole nine. So going back to your site, brother, run us, like I said, you ran us through your homepage. You can go to your services tab.
Yep, services.
Tell us about all your services. Let us know a little bit about your services and why you chose those services.
Yeah, so services, obviously, you have the regular notaries, which are anything from divorce documents, mortgages, power of attorneys, affidavits. There are so many things that I'm learning myself that you need a notarization for. Like, you'd be surprised, right? So for me right now, that's the bulk of all of my transactions, or just regular kind of run-of-the-day mail notaries that people need done. Like, I've had some people call me 11:30 at night because they need to get it done the next morning, right? That's why I'm a 24-hour notary, right? Actually, I had somebody call me to do a notary, and, I said, well, where's your location? What do you need notarized? And they needed a divorce document notarized at 11:30 at night. I said, cool. Where are you located? And they were actually at a strip club. They said they were at Magic City. I was like, okay, it's whatever you at. My point is, that happens anywhere. You go to a strip club to FedEx and notarize things. So, you got some funny stories, right? So then you have apostille processing for international documents as well. Haven't been able to done any of those yet. And then you have the loan closings. Of course, in Georgia, we can't do loan closings ourselves, but we can get lawyers to do that as well and do percentage kind of thing, because that's how Georgia works. Okay. So for me, it's about just the regular notaries doing pretty good with that. And then if they want to, you have the online payment for loan closing, apostille, mobile notary. So a lot of times, if it's late at night, so you don't want to get out there and then all of a sudden they change their mind. So you may say, hey, if it's after 11:30, 12 a.m., I need a payment up front, right, for my services. So a lot of times that'll happen as well. So they can come through here and do that as well. And this is just for the closing as well, for houses or any kind of closing you need for a loan officer. So it's pretty simple, right? It's not too many words on here. I have, frequently asked questions. What is a notary? What is an apostille? Just the run-of-the-day mail questions that people may ask you, right? What are my policies? Really simple things. And if they have more questions after that, they hit that call us now button and they get me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
24 hours a day. So, yes, sir. That is the services.
All right. So, brother, give us some of the top two entrepreneurial struggles that you've been through. Give two entrepreneurial struggles.
So one is when you first get started. Do you want to specific to this one or in general?
Just as because it's an entrepreneurial struggle.
Okay, so when you get started, you can get discouraged, pretty quickly if you don't have the right mindset, right? Just for instance, for notary, say you won't leave the house for anything less than $50, right? Say that's your price. You may get 5 calls that say, well, I wanted something cheaper, thinking $20. So of course you won't do that, but you may get that one call that's willing to pay that $100. So you got to stick with it, stay in the game, because it's all a numbers game, right? You got to stay true to your numbers. Like Jay-Z said, set your price and live your life, right? Don't worry about anything else. So, and when it comes to notary, that's one thing that's hard to get over. But once you start getting calls, 2, 3 a day, that goes away quick, right? And you start, those $60, $70, $90, that adds up, right? It adds up quick just for a little bit of your time. So that's probably one of the main sticking points I had as a notary. Another example is me and my lady, we just got a license for a private home care agency, right? It took us 9 months. Mm-hmm. So we went through hoops and everything with DCH. So trust the process, right? Just trust the process. I believe that if you have me and success, and in between us is just hard work, do the hard work. You're not going to beat me. I'm going to do that hard work. So trust the process in any situation. Just don't give up. So those are the two main things: to trust the process and don't get discouraged in the beginning. You already put all this hard work in. Stick with it. It's a reason. People have done this before you. You can do it too. So just stick with it and trust the process.
Say word. And that's important that we understand that, because many people, they kind of look at entrepreneurship and they don't understand that it's a long distance marathon. Like, this is something that, it takes time and development. It's much like working out. There's no quick weight loss pill for health and for true health and wellness. There's no fast fix. There's getting in there, doing the work, staying committed, staying dedicated, and then taking it day by day, week by week, month by month, and then stacking your results on top of one another. And then next thing you know, that you found your place and found yourself in a place of where you're thriving in what it is that you committed to. So exactly. we gotta understand that entrepreneurship in any area, once you make that commitment, once you find your why, once you make your commitment, and once you invest, keep the excitement. And it's not always going to be peaches and cream. Nope. It's not always. It's not. The struggle is real. Trust. The struggle is so real. Yes. But it's very much worth it, because you are working for yourself. You're sweating for yourself. You're tired for yourself.
Exactly.
Frustrated for yourself. So, and then your time is your time.
Exactly.
It's your time.
And if you get struggled, if you get frustrated, just go back to your why, right? Why are you doing this, right? That'll kind of jumpstart you. Oh, this is why I'm doing this. This is just a hurdle right now. Don't worry about it, right? Mm-hmm. Always go back to your why, because if your why is strong enough, you'll be able to get over anything. My why is I want to own my life. I want my freedom. So that why, I'm good. I'm going to go through whatever I have to get that, right? Mm-hmm. So go back to your why. It's so important, so key.
Nikki says, how do you still work in corporate America and still provide 24-hour services? I work full-time, so my hours are from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 24 hours for the weekend, but don't get that many calls, which I understand.
So I have a job where I'm pretty flexible, right? It's for one of the biggest companies, beverage companies in the world in Atlanta, and I'm not going to say their name. But with working there, it's 24 hours because I can leave at lunch. If that person calls you at that moment, you don't have to go at that moment. Say, hey, when do you need this by? Say when can you get it done? Maybe next hour or 2 hours, or is it done next tomorrow? A lot of times people call you, they need it done right then. They're just reaching out to see what your prices are, and if you can get it done, then fine. If not, just set a time, set a date, right? So, and then yes, I work in corporate America, but like I said, I got that call 11:30 at night. I have to get up in the morning and go to work, but at the same time, this is growing your business. Like he just said, the struggle was real. Like, you may lose sleep. That's just that's just the reality of it. And I don't care if I lose sleep because of my why. So that's why I'm 24 hours. Like 1 in the morning, okay, mind you, you're gonna pay now. If you get me up at 2 in the morning out of my bed, if you wanted that bed, you're gonna pay. But at the same time, I look to the day where I can get up and do a notary at 2 in the morning. I don't have to get up until next day, 2 p.m. because I work for myself.
Right.
So that's my why.
Okay. And a couple of tips for that as well is when you're working a full-time job and you're also venturing into entrepreneurship, number one is try to stay as accessible as possible. Try to create an environment to where when people are reaching out to you, they can get some type of response, some type of answer, or they can get directed to a place where they can get their answers. So for example, if they're calling you, if they're coming from the website, or if they're a referral, try to have on your website to where they can put in as much information as possible about what it is that they need. So that way, when you get back to them, maybe on your lunch break or whatever, your 5-minute break, you automatically see what it is they need. And then you can speak to them and say, okay, let's set up a time. So you want to stay as accessible as possible. That's a huge issue for many people in any entrepreneur space, is being accessible. You cannot own your own business and not be accessible. I don't know where they taught that at, but if you're the only time people can see you is on Facebook, it's an issue.
Right, this is your business.
People can get to you is through a text. That's an issue. You need to be able to be accessible. You need to have a line that gets to you or somebody that can lead them to your services. You should not, and I mean you should not be inaccessible to the people that you want to come and patronize you.
Right.
To make sure you're accessible. Another thing I would say is most people struggle because they're scared to jump off that boat into the water. You know, at some point, you're going to have to make a decision. And if you really are committed to what is that you say you're committed to, if you really are committed to your why, and you're really ready to invest, sometimes investment isn't fiat currency. Sometimes investment is courage. And that's the courage to just jump into it and go in full time. And you'd be amazed what you can get accomplished whenever you spend 8 hours a day working on you rather than 2 hours a day working on you and 8 hours a day working for somebody else.
I'm gonna say that's the number one reason that people don't get into entrepreneurship. Period.
Yes.
What if well I have I have these bills, I understand that, but you just don't know. I'd rather not live with regret. Just try it. If it doesn't work, cool. But you will always wonder, so they always have that fear. And then at the end of the day, they're sitting up in the bed reading about their dreams instead of going creating their dreams, right? It's sad to see that, honestly.
It is. So, brother, I so appreciate you for jumping in. I'm proud of you, number one. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
I got all the faith in the world and your success.
Thank you.
Everybody watching, make sure if you're in the Atlanta area, make sure that you get to make sure you go visit AtlantaMobileNotaryService.com. Make sure you got it in the phone. So everybody's gonna need a notary at some point.
They don't know it yet.
It's crazy how it pops up on you when you do need it. It's like, well, let me try to find somebody who does notary in a FedEx building or something like that.
I'm telling you, I've been at FedEx to go notarize something else for somebody in Louisiana, and FedEx doesn't notarize. So literally a girl had to scream out, do you notarize to FedEx? And they said, no. I said, I do. It's quick money right there.
Wow, beautiful.
It's simple. Like, if people are thinking about becoming a notary, don't think about it, just do it. It's really simple. It's really simple. Just do it. It's simple.
Now, and I'll tell you this, I'm also notary as well.
So, exactly.
Right. It's so simple. I'm a notary, my wife's a notary. Like it is so simple. And we use this as an add-on service to I Stand Media Group.
There you go.
It is very, it's something that it can be lucrative. And at the end of the day, it's what you put into it.
Yep.
You put in the work, the higher their intensity, the more energy you're going to create, the more results you're going to get.
Yes, sir.
It's just what it is. You increase your intensity, you increase your energy, the results the more results you're going to get. You can't come in here half-assed.
No.
And that's whether it be notary, any business. You can't come in guessing, I don't know. Again, find your why. It's premeditated. Find your why, come in, commit to your why, invest in it, and do what you got to do. Brother, man, again, I'm so grateful that you came on. I appreciate you.
No, thank you, Lex.
All right. We're in the area, so we definitely got to link up soon again.
You know it.
And make sure everybody who's on, make sure that you again go visit the site. Do you have a social media?
I do. It's not live yet, but I also personal train on the side. So I got Mane_motivation, MANE_motivation. That's my Instagram. So check it out. I also do that.
Yeah, put it in the chat box so people can get to it.
Yes, sir.
All of you guys who tapped on again, I definitely appreciate you, Nikki, Harold, Daryl, Antonio, Raheem. I definitely appreciate you guys watching and tapping into it again.
Yes, me too. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys visit www.blackmenunited.net. Make sure you do that. A lot of great things, man, we got planned for Black Men United, in the upcoming time. I'm actually putting together some stuff to send off the doc, some ideas to send off the doc, because it's a great platform, and it's definitely a place that can curate great men who are looking to develop families, develop community, and really build one another. So brothers like yourself, Jazmane, man, we're always honored, man, to be a part of it. Black Men United, yeah, it's kind of like a support group, but it also is it has resources, various resources. So being a part of Black Men United, we have a specific intention and agenda, and on top of that, we provide resources that allow you to be able to develop and better yourself for your community, for your family, for your women. So make sure you guys go on to blackmenunited.net, and you guys can check out the mission statement, see what we're all about, and definitely join the mailing list, because a lot of great things are going to be coming here in the near future. So again, I want to send a big shout out to Mr. Andre C. Hatchett up in New York, Dr. Boyce Watkins down there in South America. I think he's in Guyana at the moment. So big shout out to him. And again, big shout out to you, Brother Jazmane. Appreciate you for coming on.
Of course.
All right, everybody, man. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and talk to you later. Make sure you go to Black Men United on Facebook and check that out as well.
Have a good one.
You too, brother.
Yeah.